Hello everyone, today we're taking a second look, or maybe a post-review look at the HGLRC RaceWhoop30. This is the one that you might remember in this video. And a lot of people enjoyed that, and I did notice that there was some skepticism. Not necessarily about the fact that it crashed the quad, but did it live? That was kind of the question. It didn't come actually on the channel. I think I saw a couple of kind of doubting, and I'm not mad about that. This is a valid question in this day and age of video trickery and general deception that we have going on kind of from A to Z. This was something I thought, yeah, it's an easy enough thing to do. I can go back out and show it. But I was saying it didn't come on the original comment section. HGLRC had snipped out all the crashes and then shared it somewhere online. And I got tagged. And so I saw a few people. And again, I'm not upset. I think it's a valid question. I did not prove that even though the props exploded, that I didn't have any other sort of damage. And when I saw that, I thought, well, that's a super easy video to do. And if someone's looking at this and has those doubts, it would be something they would want to know. Does it actually still fly? But how do I prove it still flies? So after kicking around a few ideas with my wife, we thought about the whole, at least when I grew up in the 80s and 90s, the whole kidnapping thing. They'd have the person who was being kidnapped, they'd hold up a newspaper, a current day newspaper, and they take a picture of that and fax it. Probably to somebody for ransom money. Well, that doesn't necessarily work, but the next best thing is I can take my cell phone and just, show the lock screen. It's got the date and the time right on it. This is post-review, so you'll see the date and time. It's not easy to see because, well, it's a picture of my kids that I've had on there for probably about 8 or 9 years, and the TP that they're under and the white date and time, but you can see it. It's July 17th. The RaceWhoop30 review video was posted on the 15th. So 2 days after I went for this flight. Hard telling when I post this video. So it's definitely post-review, but let's take a look at this. So here we are. I'm going to click my little power on. You should be able to see. Maybe you need to pause. 4:33, July 17th. Just a reminder, the review video for the RaceWhoop30 was posted on the 15th. So a good full 2 days after the review was posted. So there's no way, unless I did some sort of fancy tricky stuff on my cell phone where I changed the time and date on it. But I've never bothered to look at how you would go about doing that. It's always just they get the time and date from the cell phone towers. I thought it had to be in sync. A lot of technology's got to be in sync or it doesn't work. Anywho, so this is a flight. I had one battery. I charged one 1500 milliamp 4S battery. And I went out and flew it, and you'll see here in a minute, there was a reason why I probably should have taken a warm-up pack. Yeah, crashed it again.
Oh,
mild crash, but crashed it again, and almost into that same tree. So 28 seconds into the flight, we got another minor crash, and then I end up upside down there in the little flower garden area.
Okay,
we'll go pick that up, and we'll get back to the desk, and we'll go ahead with the rest of the flight. At this point, I don't think I'm going to use the flight. I'm kind of like, well, I crashed out already. How ridiculous is that? So the rest of the flight, you'll see me do stuff that, if you're familiar with what I do when I fly in the backyard, you'll see some of that stuff, but you'll also see some stuff that maybe looks like somebody else might be flying, or I'm just not, I don't know, just doing different things in different ways sometimes. I noticed this and I watched it back. Like, one of the things I don't tend to do is do flips and rolls very much, especially flips, front to back, back to front. I just don't tend to do that very much, and I actually do in this video a few times.
Whoa.
So that's one interesting bit. I think my approach a few times is different to some traditional things like that I do from the chimney side to the garage side. I don't think I've ever done that where I back out of a turn almost. I don't know. It was weird. I don't know what possessed me to do that. But if you're interested in this and I saw the initial review video and you had some of those doubts, again, I'm not upset or mad at anyone about that by any stretch. I think it's a perfectly valid question, especially, hopefully, now I've shown you that it does still fly. I did hear Bot Grinder had some problems with him. I haven't seen his video yet, unfortunately. I thought it was a 6S, 4S issue, but maybe not. I don't know. Haven't really dove deep. You would have to ask him about that. Hopefully there are other videos out there on it that show that this is just as durable as mine is. It is heavy. I think that's the main thing I would warn you about. It is heavy. It flies heavy, but it's just really stinking durable. At least in my environment, crashing it into a tree 12 times. Maybe not at full bore, but, you know, crashing it pretty solidly into a tree. At least part of those got to be pretty solid into the tree. It just took it and kept on coming back for more. So I don't. It's hard for me to envision someone breaking it with, you know, natural flight. We should be wrapping up the flight here in a minute. You can see my battery gets low. I think I have another bonk here. Yeah. A little ping pong over there between the fence and the little swing here, but my battery's just about shot. I think I'm just going to kind of hit the deck one more time because I don't have enough battery left in order to juice the throttle and get up. Yep, there we go.
Another crash.
A little worm burning crash. If you happen to miss the first video I did on this, which was the review video, I'll have a link down in the video description. If you just want to look at the price, it is expensive, especially nowadays. Things are getting more and more expensive. It seems like this is not cheap. I'll have a link down below to where you can pick those up. Shop around, see if you can find a good deal. Maybe you got a coupon for HGLRC's website or for Race Day Quads or wherever I can find this thing. I forget who's carrying it. There'll be links down in the video description if you want to check it out. If you do have any more comments, questions, suggestions, or otherwise about this, please let me know in the section down below. I appreciate your time. And thanks for watching.